The goal and the mission at People First is to help our customers make the employees or the human capital on their operation a competitive advantage.
Labor management is extremely important to the efficiency of our operation. If you don't have your crew working together, you're not efficient.
We all go for training for everything else, but the one area that's the most important, none of us get training on labor management.
A lot of the issues that you see most of the time are because of lack of communication, or it's a people issue.
Years ago, the biggest problem in most areas were cows. And as these operations have gotten larger, the bigger problem has become the people.
At the end of the day, if you're not managing labor appropriately, especially in this climate, you can't stand a misstep.
The accounts that I typically think about when thinking about People First, who are the dairies that are progressive? Which dairies are the ones that you see people really staying there long term in their jobs? They treat their employees right, and you can tell that by when you walk onto the place.
We can actually go to the workers, the managers, the Hispanic managers that have influence on how the programs are going to be run, which products are going to be used and how they're going to be used. And we ask for feedback.
Most large operations where they have people issues and production issues dealing with cattle and dealing with the operations could benefit from People First.
I first came in contact with them through our Jersey Days meetings up in Napa. I showed interest in it, and they came over and did the on-farm audit and spent some time with our employees, what they call shadowing our employees. And they just would walk with them on their daily tasks and see how they interacted with each other. The initial meetings, I think there's some feeling out from the customer. Okay, what exactly are you guys about? What exactly are you going to bring to the table or to my operation, and how are you going to do it? And I think that's normal, but the group does a really good job of just laying it on the table. And you know, they don't come in here with all the answers, but they've kind of got a roadmap, and they use the producer really to help them through that process.
So once People First is implemented into a dairy, my role as a quality milk manager is to kind of walk the workers through the process as far as what's going to happen and the steps that are going to be required of them as far as interaction with the People First staff. When the People First program initially started, there was a lot of questions from the workers. And one of the things that I strive to do, I explain to them the benefits of this is why we're doing People First, this is why we're introducing it, and this is how it's going to help you in the long run.
Anytime you bring in an outsider, we'll call it, into your customer's operation, there's always a fear of taking a step backwards, or somebody not knowing the entire situation, and that's a legitimate concern, and I think we all have that. But going through the process with People First, they were very conscientious about doing the right things for the customer. It's not worried about doing the right things for Pfizer. The People First services that I initially met with customers about was the People First Labor Management Consultative Services. Where I did that was a group meeting, where one of the larger meetings I have for customers, we pull them in and talk about a variety of different things, and this was one of the topics on the agenda for that particular meeting. Consultative services versus a product, I was comfortable with either way. The differences, I don't see a whole lot, other than the consultative services are definitely more needs-based or needs-driven. Working with the People First team has been great. Their first concern is me as the Pfizer rep, me as the so-called owner of the account. They go above and beyond trying to learn about the account. I know when they're here, I know what they're talking about. They invite me in, so it's really a collaborative group effort, and it worked really well.
I think there's more of a culture or a feeling that we're all backing up each other.
3 of our guys that we developed were
up to key managers today. Actually started on the dairy as milkers years ago. Now they're Frank's right-hand guys. We've got 3 key guys that we've developed. So it's taught us how to develop, bring guys up and train them and teach them how to be managers.
I'm looking at myself before People First and after People First. A lot has been taken off my plate. It frees me up to focus on more important things and let my 3 supervisors delegate and take care of what needs to be done. It's worked out very well for us.
I would highly recommend it. It is a time commitment, but it's worth every minute you spend working with People First.
The addition of People First is another addition that I feel adds value to what Pfizer's doing. My feeling is they're not just out here pushing product.
We had dialogue here a year or so ago about how Pfizer can, participate in that, and I didn't think it was a real terrific idea, but after I've seen the results, I think it's going to have some real long-term results with us as well as within the industry.